Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now I suddenly had a bit of a brainwave this morning, or as we used to say in a joking way, a Wayne brave. Because Charlotte, whenever I watch a lot of Charlotte's videos, let me tell you this, not just Charlotte's, I watch so many makeup artists and also, you know, people that aren't makeup artists that do YouTube tutorials. I like to read up blogs. I like to read up makeup artists. I just read and research. I love it. To me, that's not, research is the wrong word because that makes it sound like it's sort of boring stuff. I just love it. Anyway, Charlotte, a long time ago, I was watching an interview with her and she talked about symmetry. She said that she is like symmetry and that there is always symmetry in terms of the products that she has. Okay, sorry, something at the door there. So she talks about symmetry, okay, and she says, like, for example, if you look at her iconic looks, for every lipstick there's a matching lip liner, there is a matching lip luster. So for all her iconic looks you have a matching lip luster, you have a matching lip liner. And I was thinking about this. I don't know what made me think about it this morning. But suddenly I thought about all the new products that Charlotte has released this year and how there is a symmetry to them. So let me talk you through this, because this is what's given me an idea for today's makeup look. And I say makeup look advisedly, but I'll explain more in a minute. So let's just look at, in order of their release, what Charlotte has brought out this year. So the first thing that she brought out that was new was her lip liners. Now, I have taken out, she brought out 5 lip liners, okay? And 2 of them were to match her most popular lipsticks, Walk of Shame, Walk of Shame, and Bond Girl. I always get Walk of Shame and Walk of Fame mixed up, okay? So I've taken those out because they were to match those particular popular lipsticks. So then what you are left with is Hot Gossip, Supersize Me, and Love Trap, okay? Now, okay, so to the lip cheats. She brought out Hot Gossip, which is here. Okay, and she brought out Love Trap, which desperately needs a sharpen, but never mind. All right, so let's just say day, night, or possibly the other way round. It's weird actually because the lids make this one look quite a bit lighter, but I would say they're sort of similar kind of browny tones, okay? Okay, at the same time, she also brought out Supersize Me, which is here. All right. Now, it's going to become clear in a minute why I'm using 2 different arms. Now, she didn't bring out a 4th lipstick, but as we know, Supersize Me is quite similar but darker to Pillow Talk. All right, so we have day, night, day, night. Now, Pillow Talk is the only exception that was not brought out this year, okay? Right, then moving on. She then brought out her Exaggereyes and Transformize palette. So I'm going to swatch you Exaggereyes first. So we have the prime shade. Then we have the enlarged shade. Let me just go over that so you can see it. Then we have the define shade. And then we have the pop shade. Okay, and at the same time, she brought out Transform Eyes. So we have the prime shade, the enlarged shade, the define shade, and the pop shade. Okay. Right, are you with me so far? Then she brought out her Eyes to Mesmerise in rose gold, and star gold. Okay. Then after that, she brought out her Pretty Youth filter in Seduce Blush and Pretty Fresh. So Seduce Blush, here's the blush. As you probably remember, these are not the easiest to see. And the highlighter, which is going to be very difficult to detect because it's more of a shine than anything else. Okay, and Pretty Fresh. Which I'll do the blush first. And the highlight second. Now obviously this one looks a bit pinkier, but I still think it ties in. Okay, then after that, last but certainly not least, she brought out her Bar of Gold Trio. Now obviously the Bar of Gold was the original, but there were 2 new shades. And in the new shades we have Rose Gold, and we have Gold Bullion. Okay, now let me just show you those and then those. Now apart from this one, I'm still not sure about and whether this needs to go with this look. I think you can see that you kind of have, I'm going to call this Charlotte's rosy look, and this one Charlotte's bronzy look. Alright, because they all tie in together. And then the last thing was her collagen It wasn't the last thing, actually. It came out with her Pretty Youth filter, but was her collagen lip bath, which you can use for either. And of course her legendary lashes, volume 2, which you can use for either. It gave me an idea. Why don't I do a look with this and a look with that? Okay, so join me while I do this, and I'm going to do a look each side of my face. Yikes. Okay, I'm just finishing off my base, but I'm going to divert away slightly from Charlotte Tilbury today because I want to use this new concealer that I got, which is one that Wayne Goss has been heralding as the best concealer that he's ever used in his life. And my sister was near Too Faced yesterday, and I couldn't resist asking her to pick me up a bottle. So this one is in light beige, and I am going to... It's very high coverage, so I don't think you need too much. So I'm just going to dot it there. And probably that's too much, but we shall see, okay? This really is my first use of the product. I did slightly test it against my under eye yesterday to make sure that it was a reasonably good match. I didn't want to get the same shade. I wanted a shade that was lighter for my eyes, to brighten up under my eyes. It's looking good. It's looking very bright at the moment, but don't worry, I will soon sort that out. And also, I'm not that bothered because at the moment I'm probably darker than I am at all for the rest of the year. So that can be fixed with makeup. And if I put a little bit just from my finger, I don't need to add more, but just swipe, because it's such full coverage here, that will balance it out with the rest of my face. Okay, right, I'll just finish off with a bit of powder and a bit of under eye powder to set this, and I'll be right back. Okay, tiny disclaimer, folks. I have 2 sets of brushes, Charlotte Tilbury brushes for the eyes. One set I bought, the other set was actually free. I was invited to a VIP event because I buy so much, I think. A VIP event when they launched the big palette, the eyeshadow palette. And at the end there was a bit of a gift bag, and there were these 2 eyeshadow brushes in it. So I always like to tell you when I get something for free. So this side I'm going to go on, and I'm going to put rose gold on with my finger on this eye. Okay. So I'm kind of using this to set the look, but also as a kind of primer for the eye. Right, and I'll just give that a little blend with my brush. Just to buff out the edges. Okay, and then on the other side, make sure I don't mix up my brushes. The other side, I'm going to go in with Star Gold. This is where I hope nobody knocks at the door and wonders what on earth I'm doing with different makeup on each side of my face. Alright, and again, go in with the brush on the other side. Just make sure that one's clean and buff it out. You might notice that sometimes when I'm trying to, I just do it automatically without thinking about it. But I notice looking back, sometimes when I'm going in with the brush, you'll see I put my finger behind the brush so that I'm sort of, it's like blending it with my fingers, but I've got the advantage of having the brush. Just when I want a little bit more precision rather than doing that. So you've got an option to do that. It sort of gives you the feathering out of a brush, but a bit more like using your fingers. Okay, I just haven't told you about that because I just do it automatically, and it wasn't till I looked back that I realised I was doing it. So okay, so that is the base done. So next I'm going to go in with the Exaggereyes palette on this side. Let me find that. Okay, and I'm going to go in with the enlarged shade all over my lid. I'm not going to do the prime shade all over because I've used the cream as a primer, but I'm going to use a prime shade under my brow. So this is the large, which is very similar to rose gold, so it's kind of setting it the same colour. Okay, and then with the Exaggereyes palette I'm going to do exactly the same. So I'm going to go in with the enlarged shade and use it to prime the star gold, to set the star gold I should say. Okay, all right, and then I'm going to go in with, actually I'm going to put, I forgot this step, but it's all right, it's not too late. I am going to put some rose gold of Eyes to Mesmerise underneath my eye. I'm just making sure I'm just smoothing it out on my hand so that I don't go in with a great big blob. There you go. And then with the other side I'm going to do the same, but with the star gold. Again, just smoothing it out on my hand so I don't get blobs. Alright, now I'm then going to go back into my Exaggereyes palette and using the Define shade, which is here, I am going to go and take that into the socket and that corner. And with the Transform Eyes, exactly the same, using the Define shade, which is this one. It's real symmetry today, guys, except for colour. Alright, and then I'm going to use the prime shade with the smudger brush to highlight my brow. So firstly, Exaggereyes. And then Transform Eyes, prime shade. Then finally we have the pop shade. Now obviously the pop shade on Transform Eyes is not a glittery, sparkly kind of thing, but I'm still going to sweep it lightly over my lid and see how we get on. Maybe on the corner. I'll see. I'll just play it by ear. This one obviously is one that you just press onto the lid like so. Okay. Now I'm going to just try this by taking a little bit. I will start on the corner and see how it looks over there. And very, very lightly, because it is so insanely pigmented that, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to sweep it across to make it look a bit more coppery. Tiny amount if you're going to do this, okay? So it just makes it look a bit more coppery. Okay, that's the pop shade. So we've got real symmetry. Pop shade, pop shade. Okay. Now I'm going to take my Bar of Gold palette and using the rose gold, which is in the middle here, this one here, I'm going to use that one on this eye in the corner, and then on this one I'm going to use, yeah, you got it, gold bullion. Okay, right, I'm going to do the eyeliner next, and my brows and my mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've done my eyelashes with Legendary Lashes Volume 2. I have put her eye cheat under each eye, and I have done my brows with just the Legendary brows today rather than the liner. Okay, so this is how it is looking so far. I also use Barbarella Brown on the upper lid. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the Pretty Youth filter. Before I do that, I just want to put a little bit of her Flawless filter in shade 3. I've only got it in a sample because she sold out of shade 3 and I bought shade 5, which is nice, but I think it really is a bit too dark for me. It's really good to mix with my foundation to darken it up for the summer months, but not in terms of putting it on as a kind of spot highlighter, which this is what that she does in the demo of using Pretty Youth filter. And what she also does is she puts a little bit of the Beauty Light wand on as well. So I'm just going to dot a little bit there and a little bit there and rub that in with my fingers. Okay. And so now I'm going to put on the Pretty Youth filter. So I'm going to put Seduce blush on this side. Let me just get the brush. Right, got the brush. Okay, so I'm going to put this on with this brush. I did actually get 2 brushes because I knew I was going to love the brush and I've used it for other things. So there we have Seduce blush. It's showing up quite well today. Don't know why that is. Maybe because I've got more of a tan. It definitely seems to be showing up more than when I sampled it before. Very strange. And then on the other side, I'm going to put on Pretty Fresh. This is the one I have to be careful of because it is quite pigmented. as you can see. But that's fine, I can kind of blend that in with my fingers. Okay, and then I'm just going to get actually I've got this one, this will work. This brush here, and I'm going to put bar of gold in rose gold on this cheekbone. So we've got painters outside the flats, which is the noise that you're hearing. So this is rose gold. Okay. And then I'll just clean off the brush. And I will go in with gold bullion on this side. Okay, and finally we come to the lip lusters. Here I go again, I meant lip cheat. Now, I've got the option, do I do day or night? Let's do night. So on this side, I'm going to go in with, I've got them mixed up the wrong way. This side, I'm going to go in with Supersize Me. And this side, I need to sharpen my pencil. I'll be right back and I'll get the collagen lip bath. Okay, so I'm going to go in with Love Trap on this side. And then I'm going to use the collagen lip bath. I'm going to dab it on my fingers because I don't want to mix the two colours together. And I don't want to get the colour in the tube, as you know, it's my pet hate. So there you have it. Half a face of one lot and half a face of the other. So let me show you. Transform Eyes, Gold Bullion, Pretty Fresh. I've forgotten this one. What was it? Come on guys, help me. Love Trap. Exaggereyes, Rose Gold, Pretty Youth Filter in Seduce blush, and Supersize Me. Now watch someone knock at the door. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please comment below and tell me, which one do you prefer? The rosy Charlotte look or the bronzy Charlotte look? The rosy look or the bronzy look? Okay, I'm about to go and wash one side of this face off, and so I don't look nuts. And I will see you shortly. Take care. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Just wanted to come on very quickly to show you that I've now evened out and gone for the goldy bronzy look. And what I've done is I wanted to try out the Hot Gossip lip liner, which I put on, and then I've dabbed the bar of gold on top of the Hot Gossip lip liner, and now I'm going to put the collagen lip bath over the top. And you see how the dabbing some of the highlighter on the middle of your lips just makes it look lovely and golden. Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.